Hey YouTube, just wanted to come on here and make my video because I did this video last week and I chickened out and I did not post it, and I regret my life's decisions. So I'm going to kind of sum up what I was going to do in my video last week, which is why I got fat. If I pause in the middle, my husband and my kids are home, so one or all four might come and interrupt the video. I apologize. I'm going to try and keep my train of thought, but no promises. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So why I got fat. I was not a fat kid. If I can figure out how to insert the pictures of me as a child, I will do so. I just don't know if I'll be able to because for some reason Canva on my phone has been weird and I have to record on my phone. And I don't feel like getting on a computer, like downloading this on a computer and doing it on Canva there. So, yeah. Plus, if this accidentally goes over 30 minutes, Canva won't let it download on my phone. And I'm not about to pay for it because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I make no money. But, yeah, so I wasn't a fat kid. I didn't really think anything about my body. I thought I was cute up until probably I was like 6 or 7 years old. I remember running around at my great-grandparents' house, who I love dearly. I got to meet 4 of my great-grandparents, which is such a blessing. Oh my gosh, they're wonderful, wonderful people. It was so cool to have like 4 generations all in one room at one time. I remember being at their house and I was running around the front yard with one of the neighbor kids, and she looked at me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, it's so great that you're running because now your legs are getting thinner. I think you've lost weight in your legs." Something along those lines. I can't remember the exact wording because I was 6. That was 30 years ago. But ever since that day, like from that time on, I wouldn't wear skirts. I wouldn't wear shorts. That was like the first sign of insecurity about my body. Was that I hated my legs from then on, and I know at this point I've accepted I will never have skinny legs. I will never have a thigh gap. I will probably always have to have like the wide calf boots because I have thicker calves. Even when I was at my thinnest, I had thicker legs, and that's just who I am, and there is nothing wrong with that. But that created insecurities in me, and I don't think that was the little girl's intention. I'm not blaming that on her. I'm just saying that was like the first jab that got to me. I made my mom throw out all of my shorts and all of my skirts. I would only wear something that showed my legs if I absolutely had to. And I wore pants and jeans from those days on. But after a while, I kind of just put it back in the back of my mind. As long as I wasn't showing my legs, nobody could see how big they were in my head. But then I got into middle school, and that's when things got weird again because I was convinced I was fat. I mean, I'm like 5 foot. I weighed like 105, maybe 110 pounds, which is within the normal range for a 5'1" on a good day person. So I was within a healthy weight range. But when I would sit, I had like the little roll. You know, some people just have rolls. That's just life. I mean, if you're not sucking it in and flexing the whole time, or you have a little bit of extra fat, you have rolls. But I would see that and I would think I was the most disgusting person in the world. So I would always wear baggier shirts to cover it up. And I would tell my friends all the time, "Oh my gosh, no, I'm so fat, I'm so fat, I'm so fat." And they're like, "Oh my God, no, you're not. You're so cute. You're not fat. You're beautiful." Like, and I was like a size 2 in a dress at that point. And I would still only wear the long dresses, but like, I was just like a size 2. I was not fat. But then I had a couple of friends stay the night. It was like 6th or 7th grade. They're staying the night. And I was wearing a tighter fit tank top with my pajama pants. And I bent over, or I was sitting down or something, and one of them looks at me and goes, "Oh, I can see why you think you're fat now," because they saw my stomach roll. And that, oh my God, that sent me down a downward spiral. From then on, so 8th grade up until my senior year of high school, it was very rare that I would eat. No, I'm not gonna put on Milo and Chip in here. Mommy's doing a video right now. You can ask Sissy if she can use the remote on her phone to put on Milo and Chip for you. Go ask Sissy nicely. Go ask nicely. Sorry. I told you that was going to happen. But yeah, so from 8th grade until about my senior year of high school, I restricted eating. Restrictive ate. Sorry, English. A lot. And it would be the point, like, we were lower income, so I got the free breakfast and free lunch at school. But I would show up and I would pick at the breakfast if I ate anything at all. I would pick at it. And then I would go all day without eating until lunchtime. And in the 8th grade, my best friend, who's still my best friend to this day, oh my God, she's a real one. But like we would go and we would like, either she would buy like that, we had pizza at like, what was it? I think it was like Pizza Hut pizza, maybe it was Domino's, I don't know. They would sell pizza slices at school. And so she would go and buy that, or like one of us would go buy a bag of hot Cheetos, or I would go get the free lunch and we would sit down and we would split that. We would split one slice of pizza like it was a real meal. I am trying to do a video. Can you please help your brother put Milo and Chip on the TV?
I pressed the wrong one on accident.
Okay, I need you to do it in their room, not in your room.
Okay.
You have to use your phone as the remote, remember? Sissy's gonna help you. Go into your room so mommy can finish the video. Are you getting a drink? Okay. But yeah, so like we would share like one slice of pizza or a bag of hot Cheetos, or we would pick at my free lunch. Which the school lunches in America aren't really that good when you get them from school anyway, but that's a different subject altogether. And that lasted all throughout high school, to where I would like, in high school, I would get the meal and then everybody would pick off of my plate. And then for lunch, they had these big, like, it was like this big, like a chef salad. And I would get the tiny little thing of ranch and I would dump it in there and I'd shake it up, and then I would pick at it until all the bits and pieces that had ranch were gone. And then I wouldn't eat anything else. And like the ranch, like it didn't cover 90% of the salad. So I did not eat. And then I would go home, and a typical dinner for us would be like chicken breast, vegetable, and then some kind of potato. Which is, that's a healthy meal, and I would eat that, and then I would be done for the day. Like that is all I would eat. Yeah, so I was not getting in a lot of calories, and then I was doing a lot of walking. I had one friend that I would show up to school. School didn't start till like 8:40, and I showed up to school like 8:20, and she would show up with me, and we would go and we would walk the perimeter of the school until we decided to go sit down and pick at breakfast. And then after lunch, after we ate our lunch, we would go walk around the perimeter of the school until it was time to go to class. And then I would walk home. My mom would drop me off, but I would walk home. And so I'm getting a lot of steps in, and I'm not eating enough calories. And I was thin, okay? In my head, I looked good. Even now, I would say, like, I did enough walking that I could have eaten more, but I looked good. And then I met my high school sweetheart, who I thought was the love of my life. And I stayed consistent with the not eating and not gaining weight until we got married. Okay, everyone says they get the college 15. I didn't gain 15 pounds because I was in college. I gained like 50 pounds because I got married at the age of 19. And looking back now, that might have been one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. But I got married, I got comfortable, I gained weight. He got sick, had surgery, multiple surgeries, like within a couple weeks, because his appendix had ruptured and they had to take it out. They were actually surprised. He walked in the hospital, said if I hadn't brought him in, that I probably would have woken up to him being dead. That's how bad his appendix was. And then he had an abscess from the appendix rupturing. And then we were home for a week. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Let me just ignore that. We were home for about a week and then went back to the hospital because he had, maybe not even a week, it was like a couple of days. He had one of those like catheters put in his arm for an IV drip to do at home. And his arm started to swell up. So I made him go back to the hospital and we were there for a few more days.
Don't die.
Okay, I'll do that in a little bit. Go watch TV. Play in the room. Do cool things. What was I doing? What was I saying? Oh, right. But so I was there. We were eating hospital food. Wasn't doing a lot of walking. I had already gained weight and I didn't realize I had gained weight because I had started wearing nothing but stretchy pants. So I didn't realize how much weight I had gained. I'm gonna get you, baby, I'm doing a video right now. I will do it in a minute. Thank you, I love you. Please go play. Take a drink of Williams. I knew they were gonna interrupt. They don't bother me until I start recording. That's just what happens. But yeah, so I gained weight, didn't realize I was gaining weight, and I think it bothered him a little bit, but he never said anything. And I feel like that was what, that was part of what led to the downfall of my marriage. Part of it, not all of it, but part of it. When he left, I lost a ton of weight. To the point to where when he came to pick his stuff up from the house, he goes, wow, you look a lot like the girl that I used to know. I was not the girl he used to know. No, but that's what he said. So, but yeah, then I ended up in an abusive relationship. I'm not gonna go into that either. I had lost a lot of weight, didn't gain any back because literally the only calories I was intaking during that relationship was alcohol. Like I think I ate maybe once a day. There's a good like a year and a half period where I don't remember eating at all. I think I can remember one meal and it was a ramen. But I was drinking a lot. And so that's where I got most of my calories from. Then that relationship ended and I started dating the man who is now my husband. And again, I got comfortable. I was still not eating and he started encouraging me to eat. And by encouraging me, I mean at one point he was so tired of me refusing to eat that he sat on me and tried to force feed me pizza in a loving way. It wasn't like abusive or controlling. He was very concerned about me. It sounds bad saying it, but it was funny at the time. He wasn't actually like choking it or shoving it down my throat or anything. He was like putting it in my face. But I got my appetite back and then I got happy again. And he started bringing me like, Walmart sells these big old cookie cakes and I felt compelled to eat the entire thing. Not in one sitting, but like he would bring them to me weekly and I would feel compelled to eat the entire thing. And then we would spend time sitting in bed because I was still young. I was 21. He was 19 and I was 21. It's not a big age gap, but it's an age gap. So we didn't have a whole lot of money. And so our adventures would be walking around Walmart looking at stuff and not buying anything. When we did go out, it was not fancy places, it was junk. And like our free time was spent, he would come over to my house, we would hang out in my bed and we would watch TV. That was our life. And I was happy. And then I went and became a massage therapist. We got married. And then I started this one job where there was this, I think she was Korean lady. She was on the bigger side and she started to get these pills from, goodbye, cat. She started to get these pills from, I think she got them from a family member in Korea. It was called L-Car 9000. And it had L-carnitine, which is something you can buy at Walmart, but you cannot get it in a dose of 9,000. I think it's like milligrams. Anyway, so she would buy the pills and then I would pay her the money and she would give me the pills and it literally stopped you from eating. So at that point I've gone from restrictive to binge to restrictive to binge to restrictive again. No thank you. I don't want to be loved on right now. Go find your mommy. my daughter's cat. But so yeah, I completely basically stopped eating. I would sit down to have a meal, and I would eat like I remember at one point my husband, I think it was for our anniversary, we went to P.F. Chang's, which I love P.F. Chang's, and I took like 3 bites of my meal, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm so full. I cannot eat anything else. And I would only drink water, which was great in my head because it completely blocked out the food noise. Like, I was not thinking of food. I could be sitting, I cannot do this now because of the food noise, and I'm not taking anything to help with that, but I could be sitting in a room with like 3 boxes of pizza and not even think about taking 1 slice of pizza. And I cannot do that now because I think from having such a large period of restricting that I now binge on food, and that kind of sucks. And once I stopped taking those pills, my appetite came back, the food noise came back with a vengeance, and all I wanted to do was eat. And so I would. And then I discovered Freely the Banana Girl, which if you were watching YouTube videos in 2016, and you watched Freely the Banana Girl, your whole mental health was screwed after that, because all she wanted you to do was like eat bananas and then raw till 4. So you eat nothing but raw food until 4, raw vegan food. Okay, so you're not getting any protein. You're like nothing. It was basically you're eating nothing. So another restrictive, but you eat large amounts of it, and I just never felt full because I wasn't getting protein or healthy fats. I was really just eating bananas. So I had another restrictive thing, and then found out that I was pregnant. No, leave the tripod alone. Found out I was pregnant and ended up losing the baby. Cat, no, stop. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Ended up losing the baby. And it turned out that like my hormones were all messed up. Probably because of me not taking care of my gut health. And so now I am currently, and that was back in 2016. I now have 3 absolutely beautiful children who I love dearly. But I feel guilt. Sir. Thank cat. I still, Skylar, can you come get your cat? He's gonna knock over my tripod. Remove your cat. Because he's rubbing up on the tripod, he's gonna knock it over. Thank you, love you. Anyway, I still feel guilt about the loss of that baby because I feel like it was my fault because of things I had done to my body in the past. And whether that's true or not, that's just how I feel. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But so I stopped with the restrictive eating completely and I just went ham, okay? I went ham on everything. And whether it's a control issue of mine or a mental illness, it doesn't matter. I did not take steps to fix the issue, and I just allowed myself to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the time I had my 3rd child, I weighed 226 pounds. And in previous videos, I have said that I'm down to like 100, I think I said 176 pounds. I weighed myself at the gym today and I'm 180. I think my scale at home is wrong. So from now on, I will be doing weigh-ins at the gym. But the scale at the gym today said I was 180. I need to fix that in MyFitnessPal as well. Do not take that brisket in there. Hey, shh, mommy's doing a video, guys. You can sit by the door and watch. But yeah, so I got fat, I got happy, and then I got miserable. And oh, cat. This is the most chaotic video. I'm so sorry. But basically, it's my fault. I did not pay attention to what I was doing to my body. I messed up my gut health. And I spoke with my doctor because I had started a weight loss journey about a year and a half ago. I was going to the gym 5 days a week with one of my friends, and I was eating like 1,500 calories. And I couldn't figure out why I wasn't losing any more weight. I went from the 226 to like 195, 194, 195-ish. I think I fluctuated in there. And I couldn't figure out why I had stopped losing weight completely. After about a year of no weight loss and still consistently getting my steps in, unfortunately my gym had closed. Ugh, cat, no. Sorry, I'm trying to block him from the tripod. Unfortunately, my gym that I was going to consistently closed, and no gyms around me would let my son go until he turned 3. So I was just able to get back into the gym in July of this year because he turned 3 at the end of June. So I started a membership of July 1st and started going back to the gym. Hey, into the room, please. Into the room, please. Thank you. Go into the room, Chase. Are you on the case? Yeah, just take the brisket. I'll clean it up later. What was I saying? I'm sorry, my kids are so distracting. But yeah, so I got back into the gym 1st of July, and I had spoken with my doctor. I think I spoke with them in the beginning of June, because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm eating a decent diet. I am getting my steps in. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. No, boys, into the room, please. I just want to finish this one video. I need y'all to go stay in the room for a little bit. Okay? Thank you. Sorry, if I let them out, they're going to get too loud. Boy. They don't want anything. They're just walking in and out of the living room and being loud. I'm sorry, my train of thought. I spoke with my doctor and I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Could I possibly be getting ready to go through menopause? And she was like, I don't think so with your age, but go ahead and come in and we'll do some blood testing. And so I came in, I spoke with her. I actually spoke with the nurse practitioner. And I was like, hey, these are my symptoms. You know, I just don't know what's going on. And she's like, okay, cool. Well, let's get some blood work done. We'll run everything. We'll see what's going on. Turns out I am deficient. Boys, to the room. Turns out I'm deficient in a bunch of different vitamins. I take a B12, I take an iron, I take vitamin D. William, into the room, please. Kids, don't listen. And then I take magnesium to help absorb the vitamin D and to help with restless leg syndrome that I developed after being pregnant with my second child. William, into the bedroom right now. 1. All the way in. Thank you. Don't roll. Oh, the most chaotic video ever. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I take all those vitamins, and she put me on the autoimmune protocol diet, which basically cuts out a lot of stuff except for lean protein and some vegetables and some fruit. I had to eliminate all sugars. I eliminated dairy. You're supposed to eliminate eggs, but I had never had a problem with eggs, so I didn't see the need to, and they have not upset my stomach. And then you eliminate everything with like gluten, so like bread and stuff like that. And then nightshades, which I didn't know were an actual thing. Nightshade vegetables, which includes tomatoes. That threw me off. But yeah, so I did, it was another like restrictive diet, but it was temporary. It was a temporary. You're supposed to do it for like 30 to 60 days. You cut that out so that your inflammation in your body can go down, your body can start absorbing minerals again. And then you slowly start incorporating foods back in, like one at a time, to figure out what is upsetting your body so you can eliminate that food from your diet, to stop inflammation from occurring in your body. And that has helped me drop from, let's see, I did that like mid-June, I think is when I started it. So from mid-June to now, I have dropped from 190 to 194, I think was my weigh-in when I went to my doctor, to 180. I thought it was a lot more because, like I said, I think my scale at home is off. So unless I'm gaining weight again, which I'll find out next time I weigh myself, which is actually pretty regular. I think I was doing it every day at home, but if my scale's off, I'm just gonna do it every day that I go to the gym. And right now I'm currently going 3 days a week. Once my daughter starts school on the 13th, I'll be doing it 5 days a week because I want to up that. I'm also still doing at least 10,000 steps a day, if not 15. And eventually I would like to bump it up to 20,000 steps a day. Did I say? I'm not just doing 10 steps a day. I'm doing 10,000 steps a day at the very minimum. But that is the journey I've been on. That is how I got fat, basically. Insecurities stopped me from eating. And then when I started eating again, I couldn't control it. Now, a lot of people would say you should seek therapy for this. I do not have the resources for therapy because therapy is expensive at the moment, and my insurance does not cover it because my husband's job, he works in like the government, not in the government. I don't even know how to put that. But basically he works for the city, and we do not have the greatest insurance. So it doesn't cover a lot, and being a stay-at-home mom until my youngest son can go to school, don't really have the money to take care of all of that. Eventually that will change, but as of right now, this is what we are working with, is I'm able to go to the gym, and I spoke with my doctor, and I'm working on fixing my binge eating issue. If you struggle with that as well, please make sure you seek help. If you can get in with a therapist and speak with somebody about the mental aspect of that, please do so. If you can't, like I can't at the moment, you can speak to your GP, and they can do testings to see what is going on with your body. Make sure there's not something else causing the issue, and then they can help you come up with steps. If you feel like no matter what you're doing, nothing is working, it might be something worth looking into with your doctor. I know hormonal issues don't really cause that big of a difference, but if you're a little bit older, like me, hey, please quit yelling. Thank you. If you're a little bit older, like I am, I say older, I'm 36. You know, things change. Your body can't handle certain things anymore, certain types of food. I know, I left it in there on purpose. Your body can't handle certain types of foods anymore, and that's just part of getting older. So figure out what is hurting your stomach, figure out what's causing any inflammation, and make sure you are tracking. Use a food scale to calculate what you are putting in your body. Don't just use the cup measurements, don't just use the tablespoon measurements. Use the food tracking scale and actually log it. Like, make sure you are hitting what you are supposed to be getting. What I did is I went onto I think it's a TDEE calculator is what it's called, and I looked up the maintenance for my goal weight, and I try and stick to that. And yes, my hunger cues were so off at first. I was severely addicted to sugar. I still am severely addicted to sugar and bad carbs, I guess you can call them that, but like chips and stuff like that. Severely addicted to them. They are in my house because the rest of my family does still, like my kids eat chocolate. My husband, I can't control what he puts in his body, but I am working on the mental strength to not eat them as much as I was. I can't say that I'm not eating them at all at this point, because that would be a lie. But I'm working on the mental strength and being able to control myself better, and seeing when I'm about to hit that point, like, hey, am I really hungry? Do I really want to incorporate this food into my plan for the day? Or am I feeling an issue that I'm trying to stuff down with food? Like, am I feeling an emotion that I'm trying to stuff down with food? And it's a lot of hard work, but if I can do it, you can do it. Anyway, this video is getting long. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful day. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I would love to get to know you guys. Leave me comments, tips, anything that has helped you would be greatly appreciated. And then stick around and hit that notification bell, because I would love for you guys to follow me on this journey of becoming the best mom, wife, and human being in general that I can be. I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.